Good afternoon, we're live on the Trade Decorator Festival, and in this afternoon's session I'm going to be joined live by Peter Sotherton from Teknos. We're going to have a demonstration of the parquet floor range of products, which includes a selection of water-borne primers and top coats. And following that, I'll be joined live by Peter, who's here to take your questions in our live Q&A. For those of you not familiar with Crowdcast, feel free to comment in this part of the session. The button beneath me is what we all need to press to join the Q&A after the demonstration. If you could wait until we meet with Peter to ask your questions, and we'll pick up on those with you shortly. So here is the demonstration.
Here at Teknos, we strive to find the ideal solutions for every one of your projects. We have smart, technically advanced coating solutions to protect and prolong. Teknos products are water-based, highly durable and always provide a quality, long-lasting finish. Here, our team have excellent technical knowledge to help you through every step of the way to ensure that you're fully satisfied with our products. Within our decorative range, we have paint for both indoor and outdoor surfaces. They include walls, floors, ceilings, doors and windows, etc. All of our products are developed with a professional decorator in mind to ensure ease of application and a great finish. Of course, they're available in a vast array of colours. What's more, we have a network of dedicated merchants across the UK that are always here to help. Today, I'm going to take you through some of our flooring range. These are specially made for parquet wooden floors. All of these are waterborne, one can and ready to use. They can be applied by roller, brush or trowel, and being waterborne are very quick dry. Firstly, we'll have a look at the primers. So we have at the front here the full, which is a standard primer, which will go across more or less any of your wooden or parquet flooring. Next in the line is the total. This one here has excellent filling properties. What that means is if you've got slightly damaged floors, this will help to put it right. The last primer is the tempo. Now this one really does help to bring out the natural colour of the wood. To complement these, we have our top coats. First on the line is Nature Matte. Now this has a very subtle matte finish, very luxurious indeed. We have the Aqua Deluxe, which comes in a 20 and a 55 sheen, which is a semi-matte and a gloss. And last on the line is the Topaz, which also comes semi-matte and gloss, but this has particular good wear resistance for the high traffic areas. Now let's go and see how well these apply. Just to take the top coat of fibres off. Just to take those dust areas off now. That'll be one of our bolts. This is the first product, which is the general purpose one. Okay, with agitation before it goes on. Just to show, it's used straight out to the container. We'll put some in the cup. Brush, roller, trial application. I'm going to use a brush to show how simple and easy it can be. Plenty on and take it through. If you can come and see, as a primer, it will seep into the wood, take it through, seal it and prime it ready for your top coat. And as you can see, good helping goes on, sinks into the wood lovely, seeps in beautiful as you can see, absolutely wonderful. That's the full primer. Second one is total. Again, agitation before you use it. Doesn't need much milky, very much of a milky substance. Again, we're going to use it straight out to the packet. So I'm going to put some in. Lovely consistency. Put this straight on. Again, same as with the others. Give it a decent helping. Make sure it's spread all the way through. Lovely milky consistency here. Let it seep right into the wood. It will fully seal it. Make it perfect for their top coat to go on. You can see, take it through. nicely all the way through. And be ashamed Faith put good helping on there. There we go. That's your priming done. This one here, this is the piece we're sanding. This is a very poor quality floorboard. Now let's see how good our primer, which is total, how good it is with its filling qualities. Let's put it on here, let's see how it goes on, and then we'll put a nice top coat on once this is all nice and dry. Sitting on it quite well at the moment. So look, it's filling that grain up nicely. Coming through now. And let's go put this one out to dry. Now we're ready to apply the top coat. This one's going to be Nature Matte. It's the very, very matte finish. Beautiful, lovely, luxurious finish to it. Again, giving it a bit of a shake. We're going to use it straight from the pot. So I'm going to put some in here to show it is ready to use. And off we go. Again, don't be afraid of putting a reasonable amount on. We want to give it a nice solid finish. So I'll do this one here. This one's had the full primer put on it. It's the all-purpose primer. Then we're going to go on with the topaz at 20, so it's like a semi-matte finish to it. Again, make sure we've got the product. Give it as good a shape. Get it through. But I say it is usable straight out the tin. Let's put a little bit in here. Again, you can put a reasonable amount on. It's nice and milky. Spread through lovely across the top of here. Sits on it well. That in the flash room to dry off, and then we'll put the second coat on.
Wow, beautiful results achieved there by Peter with some of the Teknos floor primers and top coats. I'm sure that you've all got some questions for Peter, and we're going to join him live now in the Q&A. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us in the live Q&A. I'm joined here by Peter Sotherton from Teknos. Good afternoon, Peter.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Peter, do you want to try and share your screen to do the presentation?
Yes, guys, got a quick presentation to take you through. Assuming I can share my screen properly. So
I'll give you the screen.
Let's have a look. Now they need to know if everybody can see this. Can everybody see? Oh, I don't suppose you can hear me, or you can actually tell me, can you? This is a quick presentation, tell a little bit about Teknos and our key products. I hope you enjoyed the video just now. As it says, a little bit of a sneak peek at some of the very small range of the coatings, floor coatings that's coming through. I'm going to take you through a couple of other products now, and then we'll have some question and answers at the end. Oh, a little bit about Teknos as a company. As you can see there, we're part of the Teknos Group with our headquarters in Finland. We've been going since 1944. They started out in a little chicken shack, which is where the logos come from. A couple of important things here. Over 70% of the wood for windows, doors and conservatories in this country are covered by Teknos, although we're not as quite as well known in the decorative world as we could be. We have a little thing here, a little infographic to show you whereabouts in the standard commercial, standard domestic home where our products could go. Ceilings, floors, walls, concrete, you name it, we have a coating for everything. The key range would be the TIMANTTI, which is the specialist paint for the interior walls and ceilings. We have the SILOKSAN, which is the exterior, masonry, lime masonry, and lime plaster. The FUTURA range, which is the interior and exterior wood and metal. Not forgetting the TEKNOFLOOR AQUA, which would be for interior and exterior flooring, but also the parquet range we've just seen, which is obviously for the parquet. Here's a closer look. Things like the TIMANTTI Clean. It's an opaque top coat now. It has BioCoat in it, which is a antimicrobial. It also has a fire classification, which is zero spread of flame. It has nil reaction to fire. So if you have a fire-rated board already, a fire-rated wall, and you need to colour it, this is a decorative colour, which there's neither add nor detract from the classification it already has. The TIMANTTI 20 is another problem solver. It's an opaque top coat, all scrubbable, which is antimicrobial. The TIMANTTI 3 is your wall primer, adhesion primer to anything. TIMANTTI Stop, again, it's a fantastic product. It is their class is an insulation primer. What it means is a stain block. So it will go over onto any surface. It will cover water damage, soot, nicotine, etc. Again, it's a full mat and it can be left as a top coat on out of reach places like the ceiling. We do a TIMANTTI W, which is a moisture sealer. It comes out as a very, very light green. It dries a light green, but it's a fantastic thing to put on there having a wet room. It prevents any moisture from the inside of the room reaching to the substrate. Exterior walls, we do a SILOKSAN facade, which is a standard, our standard silicone emulsion paint. So that gets very, very permeable, can go on dry and slightly damp render. And also we have the anti-carb version, which is an anti-carbonation, protects the concrete and the substrate from any kind of carbonation, ideal for car parks, the ceilings in car parks and the pillars in car parks to protect them. It also has a classification, which is a fire rated of being no reaction to fire, no flaming droplets, no smoke, etc. The gel we do is an adhesion gel. So if you have a particularly difficult substrate to get in your paint to adhere to, the gel goes in the first coat. So instead of being a 3-coat system, instead of being a 2-coat system, it makes it a 3-coat all-in-one. So the first coat contains the gel as an adhesion primer, and the second coat is your final top coat. Saves a bit of time and a bit of money. A bit more information on the interior and exterior for woodwork and metal is the FUTURA AQUA range. Again, it's water-borne, very, very hard wearing, usable for interior, as in all your woodwork, doors and windows, etc. Also for kitchen cabinets. And exterior, again, pretty much any kind of substrate you can have, metal, wood, etc. It comes in at the moment 3 gloss levels, which is 20, which is an eggshell, 40, which is satin, and 80, which is the gloss. Now, the FUTURA AQUA 3 is adhesion primer. Again, it's tintable. It covers any kind of wood, MDF, galvanized surfaces, inside and out, etc. Although for exterior metal, we'd suggest you need our FUTURA Aqua, which is the one that contains the anti-corrosion properties. Another section of our flooring paint is a TEKNOFLOOR AQUA, semi-gloss, extremely hard wearing, very, very high resistance, usable in warehouses, whether it goes through your carport, inside your garage, etc. Again, tintable to a large amount of colours. Now, a little bit more further information on TIMANTTI Clean. As I said here, it can go on almost any prime surface, but it does have, in tests, it's a classification of BS1D0. So it's nil reaction to fire, no smoke production, and no flaming droplets. Now, this has been tested at the Warrington Fire Centre up in Warrington, so it's an English centre test. Just some ideas of where some of our paint's been used recently. We went to the King's College Hospital. As you can see, they transformed the very dull, boring rooms for the Children's Centre and turned them into something where, when the kids go there for an appointment, a bit of work to be done or something on them, then they'll have something else to look at, something nicer. They kind of put them at their ease. A little bit more about the anti-carb, which is one of our major products at the moment. As I say, fantastically usable for bridges. It's been used on a lot of the London Underground bridges, inside car parks, etc. What anti-carbonation does, it prevents the concrete and therefore also the strengthening metal in it from degenerating and then also falling down. It can be tinted to most colours. So you've got a fantastic, very usable product. And again, it has the classification of BS1D0 for the reaction to fire, spread of flame. A couple of projects that's been used on recently. Essex Cottage, you can see, fantastic transformation now. The lady done it herself, fantastic job, very, very easy product to use. The other one is over in Orkney Island. It's a storehouse. The guy had used various other products over the past 10 years and he's had to redo his house every 18 months. This is bang on top of the sea. This is an extreme location. Been very, very happy with this product for the last 2 years. He says it's a product that he will use again should he need to. That's me, Peter. We can go on to some questions if we have any now. So if I can stop this.
I'll just join you, Peter, on the screen.
How's that? Has it come off?
Yep, that's fine. There we are. I'm back. There's a lot of information there, Peter, on a whole range of products that you do. You've got a massive range of products, and I can see that we've got some questions already from the guys in our audience. So if we have a look at those, right, Andy's asking, what is the price range on the new range? I'm presuming he means the wooden floor range that we saw in the demonstration.
I can give you some list prices. So you're looking at. Is there a particular one? I mean, if you're looking at the 1.1s, the standard, say, the topaz, the 20s, so you're looking for the list price. Now, you'd need to get in touch with your local merchant to see what trade prices they'll do you. But the list price for the topaz for 5 litres was £77.
Okay. Fantastic. Just to tell you all guys, if you've not been on the platform before, I can see you've all found the comments box. If you do have a question, you can hit the ask a question box and we type in your question there. You can also vote if somebody's asked a question you'd like to ask, so we can make sure we don't miss it. And if any of you are brave enough and would actually like to come up on the screen and talk to me and Peter and ask you question to Peter directly, give us a wave, say yep, you'll come up and I'll bring you up on the screen and we can have you join in the session and ask your question to Peter.
I'm going to answer Andy's other question. He's asked about a primer.
Yeah.
Standard primer, well, say again at a list price of about £60 for 5 litres. As I say, you'd need to get in touch. Andy, if you let me know where you're based, I can put you in touch with your nearest Teknos approved merchant and they can sort out an account for you, etc. And Manchester, Thornham Supplier, Thornham Decorating Suppliers, a guy called Peter runs that. Don't know if you know Thornham.
That's fantastic, Peter, thank you. And Andy's also asking if Futura can be sprayed.
Oh, there we go. Look, it's just around the corner from him.
Oh, that's perfect.
Futura can be sprayed. There's a chap on YouTube, a guy called Nick, who Paul knows.
Oh, yeah.
He's done some fantastic videos. Now, he's not part of Teknos. He's a decorator like yourselves, and he's taken our products and gone, right, let me have a look at these. Go view him on YouTube. Look at his page. He has sprayed the Futura, I think it was the 40, straight from the tin. There you go, look.
Yeah, that's it. Rushmore 100. He's actually one of our product reviewers as well.
Yeah, unlike a lot of other paint manufacturers, Crown, Dulux, PPG, their products are made primarily to brush and to roll. Our products are made primarily to spray. So you're going to find the applications on that is superb.
Brilliant. And Stephen's asking, what's the cost and sizes of the TEKNOFLOOR in euros?
Yeah, you see.
Catch you out with this one, Peter.
I know one would catch me out. To be fair, I haven't got a list of the euros prices. I mean, TEKNOFLOOR is in, it comes in, we do it in ones, we do it in 3 litres and also in 9s. Just to give you an idea, the list price for 3 litres is £40. That's the list price. Again, you need to get in touch with your local merchant and see what your trade cost would be.
Okay, fantastic. So which parquet floor primer would be best for reviving an old wooden floor, Peter?
Right, I would probably go with a total, depending on the damage on it. Andy, the chap was called Peter, which is a fantastic name, lovely guy.
You won't forget that.
The one I'd use for the flooring, if it's a little bit damaged, needs to be brought back to life, you can use the total, which is a fantastic filling properties on it. So that'll help to even out some of the little digs, etc. If it's just the colour, if it's a faded floor and you want to revive the colour, reduce the tempo. Okay.
And which parquet primer and top coat should I be using to achieve a matte finish?
Matte, right, okay. So you can use the form is your standard primer, okay, and if you're going to look to go for a matte, the matte would probably be the nature matte. That's going to bring out, is again, it's a very, very subtle matte finish to it.
Okay, and which paint would you recommend for painting bathroom walls and ceilings, Peter?
For your bathroom walls and ceilings, you need something that's going to be washable, scrubbable, which we have, which is class 1 scrub rating. All of our wall painting emulsions are. I'd look towards the TIMANTTI Clean, because it has the antimicrobial properties too.
Okay, I've got a couple more questions for you. Stephen's asking, what's the difference between Hello products for floors and these new products?
The Helo is a varnish. This is more of a lacquer.
Okay.
Okay. The Helo is going to be much higher for film building.
Right, and Susie is asking, what are the drying times on the parquet floor range?
Oh, as an average, we look between 30 to, see, it depends on the product. So you've got the Aqua Deluxe, which dries really, really quickly. It's touch drying around about 15 to 30 minutes. The 30, between half an hour and an hour for the other two. But a lot depends on the wood, how much it seeps in, what kind of air movement you have, and the temperature of the room as well. But
Right.
you're going to be touch dry on all of them.
Okay. And what is the SILOKSAN anti-carb more suited for?
The SILOKSAN anti-carb can go onto any masonry. Okay, lime render, lime plaster. It's designed specifically to do that. Then if you need extra adhesion in your first coat, you put the SILOKSAN gel on a ratio of 9 litres of SILOKSAN anti-carb to 1 litre of gel. That counts as your primer coat and your first coat of colour. Then obviously your second coat will be your next and final coat.
Perfect. And you see a lot of decorators spraying kitchen units. What paint should I be using to do that?
FUTURA AQUA. You use FUTURA AQUA 3 as a primer. It's fantastic adhesion to things like melamine, which is what a lot of the kitchen doors are finished with nowadays. But then you've got the FUTURA AQUA 20, 40 or 80. Obviously the 20 is the matter version. which is like an eggshell, and the 40 is a satin, and the 80 is the gloss.
And how many coats of FUTURA AQUA would I
You need to go 1 a primer and 2 top coats. You have a full cure time between 3 to 5 days on those products, but they then dry rock hard, which is ideal for the kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, because it's going to be really durable.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I think that brings us to the end of our questions for the session, Peter. Is there anything else you'd like to say about Teknos before we finish?
Guys, if you have any questions, if you've seen the video, you've got my contact details. More than happy for you to phone me direct. I can answer your questions and I can put you in touch with your local merchant.
Okay, we've got another question from Stephen. He's saying, can you use FUTURA AQUA 3 on high gloss cabinets?
As a primer, yes. You'd have to give it a good clean and a good key first, as you would everything. But yeah, not a problem. Once you've cleaned it and keyed it, it's a fantastic adhesion primer. If he's never tried it before, ask him to give me a shout and I'll talk him through it.
Okay, fantastic. There you go.
Ask me nicely, I'll send him a sample.
Do you want to put your email address in the comments, Peter, and then people can get in touch with you? There is also a link beneath the screen. If you want to have a look at any of those products that we've featured today, there's a link through to the Teknos decorative range of products on their website. If you hit that green button, you'll be able to have a look at all those products. So there's Peter's email address. If you've got any questions, you can get in touch with Peter directly. Thanks everyone for joining us today, and thank you, Peter.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for taking an interest, and I hope to speak to you soon.
Thanks, Peter. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.